Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. May I just add that you guys are a beautiful crowd? So I need to give that up to you guys. Today I'm here before you to share a very, very interesting scientific experiment that was conducted a few years back, but it was finally finalized this year. And we have managed to get to the breakthroughs of the year 2012. I introduce to you guys Species X. I hope you guys find yourself enjoying this presentation because I have never shared it before. Moving on, some scientists have managed to watch this creature up close, and they have come up with a few attributes that they managed to broaden this creature with. First one being, they're all very talkative. Second one being, they're all close-minded, so you're not supposed to approach them. Approaching them is a very difficult thing to achieve. They're all pinkberry addicts. They all love raising children, absolutely love raising children, especially crying ones. They're all professional photographers. They take pictures of their food, of their shoes, of their, everything. They love doing that. They're very good at driving, sarcastic note. No, they're not. That's a picture, as you guys can see that popped up. That's usually what happens when they're on the streets out there lurking. And they're shy amongst other creatures, but they're open with their own. Moving on, a few other attributes were finalized about this creature. Their number one hobby, they bake cupcakes. They walk baking cupcakes. They wake up to bake cupcakes. They bake cupcakes before falling asleep. They do it before their naps, after their naps. While they study, they bake cupcakes. They do cupcakes 24/7. That's their hobby. Skills, they're all professional makeup artists. Regardless where you go, they all have their makeup sets with them, and this creature is beautiful at this. Like, you name it, they can do it. Last but not least, their habitat. They're found in the shopping malls, lurking in the brand section to be very specific. Now, you guys must be wondering who this creature is. I present to you. Ladies and gentlemen, our creature is girls in the GCC region, aged 15 to 25. Now, this is not me. Those things do not define me. I am none of that was mentioned. I don't do cupcakes, I burn cupcakes. I do my own naps. I'm not a good cooker. I hate children. Sorry, children out there. I'm not good at raising you. I won't do that when I grow up. I'm different. I'm not like that. In fact, I saw some girls in the audience tonight, up here laughing, down there shaking their heads, and in the back saying, oh my gosh, what is this girl talking about? The truth of the matter is, a lot of us are not really like that. The things that I have mentioned do not define us. Those things that were put against us, those labels that we were given, are not the only things that we're good at. In fact, a lot of girls in the GCC region watching us tonight, online streaming, are not like that. We're more than a label. We're more than that. So I ask you, what is the problem? How have we gotten to the stage where we are defined by words or certain actions given to us by others, not even ourselves? What is the problem? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the problem. Swimming goggles. I'm joking. Those are the goggles you have. We all have our own invisible sets of goggles on, through which we view the world. Now, since we're all unique and different, as I have mentioned, we all have our separate ones on. And we manage to judge the world through them. We see the world through our own perspective. We make our own judgments, have our own theories, ideologies about different people around us, our environment, and those things can be judged by several other things. For example, a guy in the back might be thinking, what is this girl talking about? It might not make any sense to him. His perspective, the way he was brought up, Tarzan would not be interested in what I'm saying. His perspective is different. But Cinderella would like it. She was nice. Moving on. That's exactly where we get stereotypical perspectives from, where people stereotype you according to a certain group you're from, due to their ideologies or opinions that they have set against that certain group. And unfortunately, ladies, we have fallen victim for that. So, What is the solution? How do we solve this? What do we do now? Do we fight? We don't fight. What do we do? My idea of it was shifting those perspectives. As one of my mentors sitting up here, Mr. Khalid Muhannadi, he came up to me and said, Dana, are you really gonna fight this? And I said, yeah, I got this. I'm gonna fight. He said, Dana, don't fight it, shift it. So let's think about this. How can we shift it? How can we shift those stereotypes from defining us to being exactly who we are, making us who we are, limiting us, doing everything to stop us from being what we want to be, to adopting them, accepting them, and then changing them? My first idea of that is always be positive. Now, my idea of being positive came about when I would announce that I want to become an ambassador one day. That's my dream. Ever since I was a child, I would have my own desk and it'd be like, Ambassador Dana Al-Anzy. Ooh. You know, it was a dream ever since I was a child. And whenever I would say that to someone, they'd be like, that's not going to happen. And I'd ask why. And guess what the answer would be? You're a female. Because the truth of the matter is, there are no female ambassadors for Qatar. And whenever I would say that, they would say, it's too much of a job. You're going to have children, you're going to become a mom one day, you're not going to be physically able to take on all those hours. And you know what I would say? I wouldn't say, okay, I'll just become a cook. Stay at home, be a housewife. No, that was not my reaction. I'd be like, well, I might not be physically able, but I sure am mentally able. I can study, eat my books, doesn't matter. I might have my kids. Heck, I'll bring my kids with me to the office. Who cares? I wouldn't allow that to get to me. I wouldn't allow that to stop me from being what I want to be. I always made sure I stayed positive. And with that, I managed to research and understand. Always research and understand the stereotypes that you put for other people around you, because you're not perfect, neither am I. And the stereotypes that are put for you, understand why they're there. Is it cultural factors? Is it racial factors? Is it religious factors? What kind of stereotypes do you have to face every single day? Adopt them, understand them, so you can break them apart. And from that, always have your own self-belief. Now, I have a confession to make. I wasn't always this confident speaking in front of a crowd. I gradually got there. I was the sort of person who would stay in their room, study, have my own computer, play some games online, you know, Barbie doll stuff. That was me. Until I got to a stage where I started getting involved with the community with regards to charity work. And part of that was a TV interview that I had to do. And I didn't mind it. I was, you know what, it's fine, it's just a TV interview. But from that, I got a lot of criticisms. As a female, I'm not supposed to be on TV. As a female, I'm not supposed to be this exposed. As a female, I'm not supposed to do this. As a female, I'm not supposed to do that. So I took that, and I accepted it. And I experienced a phase of social withdrawal, where I refused to be out in the society facing people. I was like, you know what, khalas, I'm just gonna stay home, I'm done with this. And then, where I am today, I pretty much owe it to my big brother, Fahad, sat in the audience tonight. He would approach me. He would approach me and he'd be like, Dana, listen, I know I'm very hard on you, I know I'm very strict, but you're not allowed to be like this. And I said, Fahad, this is the reality, this is how it is. He's like, Dana, you only get criticized if you are doing something of significance. If you're not doing something significant, no one will even bother looking at you. No one will talk about you, no one will criticize you, nothing. So you are doing something different. You are doing something worth watching and worth being talked about, whether it's negatively or positively, as long as you are not breaking anything or any form of rule against the law or religion. It's just TV. It's just a newspaper. You are doing something different of significance. And you know what? To be honest, I accepted that. And from that day on, I faced society with a smile. Every single time I would do something and I would get criticized, I would smile for it. You know, criticize me all you want. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to be who I want to be. From there, I learned how to persevere. I always fought back. I always kept doing what I wanted to do, making sure I broke those stereotypes, shifted them, tried my best to mendel with them, tried my best to make sure that they were not the only thing that defined me. Being a female, what's wrong with that? It's beautiful. Having kids, there's nothing wrong with that either. Cooking, that's beautiful. We make food for you guys, come on, give us a break. Moving on from that, I always learned to learn. Now, learning and learning to learn are completely different things. My experience with learning how to learn was that where I had to learn how to break my own stereotypes. As I have mentioned, I'm not perfect. I have my own set of goggles on throughout the day, where I might have my own perspective on this, my own perspective on that, him, her, it, whatever it may be. I have my own stereotype set. And I had a service trip to Sri Lanka where we had to teach English courses for a week. And I know my Sri Lanka people are watching me, so a big shout out to them. And it was kind of complicated because I was very scared. I was the only Qatari girl on the team, and I was very hesitant to go there. Our teacher had threatened us, saying it was going to be very hot, very humid, not our place, I don't know what. He was like, Dana, you're not allowed to wear makeup. Dana, you're not allowed to do this. I was like, okay, I'm fine. No makeup for you, sir. Breathe. I'm good. And when I got there, I was like, okay, I'm going to be really criticized. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I had cold feet. And I had my own stereotypes set against those people, which limited me, in a way, from the way I'm going to be interacting with them. First day came, I loved it. Second day came, and I was like, Dana, you were wrong. You judged those people wrongly. They're beautiful. They're nothing like you ever thought they would be. So I allowed my own goggles to be swiped off, clean. I learned how to shatter my own stereotypes that I had set for those people. I learned to accept them, learn from them, and be part of them that way. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you all to keep dreaming. Because for me, I always dreamed to be an ambassador. I dream to be my own princess sometimes. It doesn't really matter what you dream. It's your own place. Allow your imagination to be free. It's your head, whether it's on top of a mountain, down by the beach, do whatever you want to do in your head. And then if you really want that, you take that and turn it into reality. But most importantly, bear in mind that your motivation is the only thing that's going to protect you at all times through this shifting of your stereotypes that will one day stop defining us and stop limiting us. Your dreams will be your flower. Your stem will be your strength, through which you have self-belief. Your soil and your roots, allow that. Allow yourself to absorb from your community, learn, accept, embrace, grow. But always protect yourself with your pot of motivation. That way, no one and nothing will ever affect you through your journey of breaking the stereotypes that define or limit you in some way, regardless of how it is, whether it's racially, culturally, ethnically, gender-wise, regardless. And with that, I'd like to end my speech. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, I always say, I'm never letting anyone step on my abaya. Thank you.